peas in a bong. 2 peas in a bong. 2 peas in a bong.
2 peas in a bong.
2 peas and a bong. 2 peas and a bong. 2 peas
2 peas in a
2 peas
bong.
in a bong.
All right, y'all. 2 peas in the bong in the building again. It's your boy DP.
It's your boy KP.
And trying to figure out why I would fucking play the lottery. It's your boy Bong. Talk to me.
Man, I see we already got engineer saying the lottery is hella rigged.
Hey man, what can I say, baby? What?
Alf Sucks at Mock Draft says lottery so rigged.
What can
So
I?
it looks like both, you know, that looks like the consensus so far. Y'all feel the same? KP, what did you say about the picks, man? About the order of operations with the draft. So
I believe I said it was 3 franchises that had a chance to get Cooper Flag. And then I listened to the playback, and then I was like, I'll go with 2. But I initially said 3. And the 3 franchises were the San Antonio Spurs, the Philadelphia 76ers, and the Dallas Mavericks. And boy, I tell you, if they didn't get the top 3 picks, man, come
That's
on, y'all.
in a
NBA,
three in a hey
NBA
in
getting
a
kind of
three
sloppy.
in a 3-man draft.
right.
NBA,
In a 3-man draft.
you get caught. Look, you're getting kind of predictable. NBA, you get
It
kind
ain't,
of
pre-
predictable.
it ain't predictable. They don't give a fuck, man. They
Yeah.
don't care.
Yeah.
Like they don't give a fuck that we know. They don't care.
Right,
Like
right,
it's crazy. They literally saw the viewership in Dallas go down overnight because of the Luka trade. People were boycotting the team, weren't showing up for games, weren't watching games. So they had to give them a stimulus package.
A
And they said,
consolation prize.
these motherfuckers had a 1.8% chance and snagged the number 1 pick. That is crazy. That's crazy to me.
Remember, I said the Spurs had the 6.7% chance combining both of the picks that they had, because I think they got 14 and 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but KP, you were almost spot on. I'm gonna give you credit for them top 3, but you were adamant about the Spurs.
And let me say this. So I know that I said Cooper Flag is the consensus number 1 pick, right?
Look at engineer. Go ahead, listen.
I'm gonna say it's not as clear as one may think, given Dallas has the number 1 pick. We got to see what's going on. Just
Stop.
hear me out.
Okay, no, come on.
Can I finish my point?
We can't do this today,
Can I finish
Kev.
my point?
I didn't say a word. I didn't say a word.
Like stop. Let me finish, man.
Go ahead.
I gotta listen. I gotta say the stuff for the shock value first, and
Okay.
then I'm gonna, you know.
I'm shocked, nigga.
No, I don't know. Then you go what?
Give my receipts.
I'm shocked.
Okay. So, what position is Cooper Flag?
4.
Okay.
I would say a swing forward. So
Okay.
maybe 3-4.
Okay. I'd say 4-3. But
oh my God.
No. I mean, I'm saying primarily 4-3. So Okay, so you look on Dallas roster. Do they have a 4-man?
Yep. So he'll play the 3.
They have okay, so they have Anthony Davis. Okay. Right now, who's Dallas's point guard?
Kyrie.
He's hurt right now. So who's your point guard until he comes back?
They'll
Doesn't
probably
matter.
they'll
That part
probably
does.
huh?
I'm telling Uman that part does matter because they have to facilitate and get the ball to the right people for them to be successful. So that part of it does matter. You need a point
Y-
guard.
Yeah, no, I'm saying they'll probably roll with what's his name from out here?
Dinwiddie?
Dinwiddie, Spencer Dinwiddie.
Yeah. And
And you know, they'll probably bring out of the two of them, they'll bring Max Christie off the bench. But you
Hold
know,
on.
that's just,
Let him get to his.
well, no, he
well, no,
asked.
no,
He
no.
asked.
That's
No,
yeah,
no,
because this is
yeah,
part of it.
okay.
He
This is
he
part of
asked who was playing point. So I'm telling him
this is
it's
part of it.
Dinwiddie or Max Christie.
Don't draw it out. I need you to get me to the point.
Oh no,
Wait, you tell me that what I see with my own 2 eyes ain't what I'm seeing
they need a point guard
in the short
right
in the
now.
interim. In the
Huh?
interim. Okay.
No.
They,
They're not gonna use a pick on.
That's
Go
why I
ahead.
want him to get
Go ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead.
So I'm telling you, don't be surprised if Dylan Harper's name gets in the mix.
No, it's not.
No.
And they
What are we
seriously
talking about?
consider Dylan
All right.
Harper.
Just let me know when you fully said what you have to say about why you think it would be Dylan Harper.
They need a point guard. First
Okay,
and
so
foremost.
that's it.
They have forwards, but they need
Okay.
a point guard. And all the other and if it was any other team besides Dallas, I would say yes, flag. But all the other teams, like looking at the teams, that one team Dallas needs a point guard. All the other
Okay.
teams don't need point
So
guards.
KP,
Top 5, 6.
KP, given and I always talk about circumstance because you were talking about somebody on Boston's team. I can't even remember his name. Saying
Luke Cornett.
Yeah,
Luke
yeah.
Cornett.
So, given the fact that they look at Dallas as they basically squandered their franchise player, squandered that off, and let
Say
him
it again,
basically walk.
Come on.
They can't squander the first
Thank
pick.
you.
They have to do.
They gave you a mulligan.
Yeah, they have to take flag. Who's considered the consensus number one? You're gonna take no. I don't give a shit if they need a center, a point guard, or you have to take him.
You got to.
You have to.
They basically saying, in the eyes of the fans, you fucked up.
Yeah.
You can't compound that by saying, you know what, flag is okay, but we need a point guard. Now
you talking about burning jerseys? They're gonna be trying to burn the arena,
burn the stadium. Right,
yeah.
Exactly. They be out front. You know what I'm saying? With Molotov cocktails, trying to light that motherfucker. Like KP.
Wait, hey, ooh, Bong, what they putting in the cocktail? Who jersey? Is it the Lucas still in there or what?
No.
Well, they love Lucas, so
look, no. T-shirt with Nico's face. With Nico's,
right, something.
Hey man, Scotty Boy said it's Scotty Boy reporting from inside his car.
Hey,
Scotty Boy.
I thought of Scotty Boy. Hey, listen.
Hey, Scotty Boy funny as fuck.
Oh,
I thought of Scotty Boy when Draymond got off like the first 10 points. I said, "Oh shit, Scotty Boy!" Like, where was this at yesterday?
Hey, I take it that parlay didn't go too well, huh?
So hot take.
Oh shit! Make sure you outside that McDonald's, man.
Dylan Harper highly considered as the number 1 pick, and I think that I honestly
highly considered if you high, like smoking on some shit.
And I really think the real winners of the lottery, the San Antonio Spurs.
Okay, you saw what Alf Sucks at mock draft said, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And I agree with you, Al Sucks in mock draft. That's why I believe that they're the winners of the whole situation because they're getting the best score in the draft. So I will agree with you. And
Okay.
it's slick because it's like, well, we didn't give San Antonio number 1, so you can't say that it's rigged. Yeah.
Mm.
It's literally
Yeah,
the only thing that everybody's saying is that it's rigged. Like there's
Mm.
no getting around it. And the WNBA Dallas team got the number 1 pick as well, right? So they got because they drafted Paige with the number 1 pick. So they got the number 1 pick for the WNBA team. They got the number 1 pick for the NBA team. Cowboys is traded for Pickens. They back popping in Dallas, man. Dallas is back popping again. Oh, and then NFL released the schedule.
Yeah,
You got
that came out today.
a 7-win team from last year gets to be on the first game against the defending champions. The city back outside, man. Dallas popping again. It's lit.
Wow. They did
It's
y'all
lit.
like that?
It's lit. Yeah. I mean, as soon as they got Pickens, you knew what direction the league was going in.
They gave y'all the Thursday night joint, man?
Thursday night, when the Eagles
Oh.
hang their banner and get their rings.
Wow.
Man, yeah, man.
They
The
like
rings
Dallas.
and
Figure
things.
out where you are right now.
Right now. Don't see what
Wow.
the fuck y'all talking about right now.
Wow.
We'll get to that a little bit later. Hey,
Hey, look, engineers accepting it. He said Houston just a stepchild at this point.
Hey, man, it is what it is. That's the truth. Nothing but the truth. So help me God. And did y'all hear the news about MJ? I know DP sent the thing about Mike Jordan
Yeah.
taking on like a special associate
Special
or some kind of
contributor or
consultant?
something. Yeah.
Oh man, what's your thoughts on that?
Man, I don't want him to get on there and start talking like Magic when Magic first started commentating.
Do you think he will though?
Nah, man, I don't think he will. It would be terrible if he did.
Hey, somebody said I forgot where I heard it from. Somebody said, we headed to a recession when Mike Jordan got to go get a job.
Man, I'm wondering what's the deal with that, right?
Mike, like, man, my sorry ass son Marcus fucking up my money.
Man,
With all these cocaine charges I'm fighting, shit.
Jordan's insides are calling for help. That nigga's got the blood yellow eyes. Like, how's that even possible? Blood yellow. Like
That's
blood orange.
Yeah.
That's blood orange. Man.
I don't know what the hell is going on with the but
Caracaras.
Hey,
he got the Caracara eye.
Shoot,
man.
For real.
Shout out to Jordan.
You said his sorry ass son, Bong.
Yeah, man, fighting them cases for Marcus,
Marcus
man.
never listens. I told him Cubans. I spoke to Cubans. He went to the damn Colombians. I didn't say anything about the cocaine. I said cigars.
Yeah.
That's wild, man. But Mike Jordan back with NBC. That's gonna be legendary, man. I think so.
Yeah. I gotta see it.
I think, Mike has always talked the game, so that's gonna be nothing new to him. Some people talk about Mike gonna be giving his parlays. We'll see about that, though. We'll see about that.
Yeah.
But should be interesting.
Man, so story of the night. I seen folks were already in the chat. Alf sucks at mock drafts. He says Tatum torn Achilles is real rough. No idea where they're gonna go next year. Wolves wouldn't be up in this series if Curry was playing, and the Pacers will be winning the title if they keep this play up. Starting with the game tonight with Tatum's torn Achilles, which we're already saying it's a torn Achilles. It hasn't been confirmed, but that's what it did look like.
We got an expert. On hand.
I mean, I didn't see when mine was torn. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how it looked when it was torn, but it definitely I could tell you how it felt. Like it was a step and no, nobody around, and it looks like his weight. Yeah, his weight was kind of shifted. Um, it looks like that's what it is, dog. It looks like that's what it is.
Look
Hey,
like
Uh,
Durant's, look like Dame Lillard's.
when
Yeah.
it happened, I wasn't even watching. I was listening to it in the car. So I'm on the way back to the house. I'm listening to it in the car, and I text y'all just off of the announcers describing it.
mhm.
That's when I was just like Achilles. Like it sounded like it.
Yeah.
When they talking about he writhing in pain, he can't put any pressure on the leg.
But the crazy thing is it was for me, it wasn't painful, right? It just feels funny as fuck. But it's not like it's painful. The painful part was the recovery after the surgery.
Yeah, I had a CJ. We went to
Yeah.
Crenshaw with us. He actually was just coming off an Achilles tear recently. He was playing basketball and he was rehabbing, and he said that it felt like somebody kicked.
Yeah. Like they
Kicked
trip
me
you,
from
like
behind.
clip
Right.
your foot. It felt like they clipped my heel from behind, and I just fell forward. And I looked behind me too. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? And it was nobody there.
So I'm thinking if it is truly an Achilles, that the immediate reaction was probably to the fact that he probably knows
That what it
off of-
is.
exactly off of hearing other people talk about it.
Yeah.
Like he knew exactly what it was in that moment, and his reaction was more so. Again,
Like
that's why we can't
devastation.
right. That's why we can't be just throwing around that Mamba mentality shit, man. No disrespect. Hey, okay, no disrespect to Jason Tatum, but we saw Kobe tear his Achilles. Kobe Bryant went to the line, shot 2 free throws, and walked off the court. So when we start talking about Mamba mentality and start throwing that shit around like everybody got it, nigga, everybody ain't got it. Let me start with that. Secondly, I pray for the best for Jason Tatum.
Definitely.
When the Achilles injury happened, the game was already out of reach. So I don't want it to seem like it was the Jason Tatum injury that caused Boston to lose this game. He was the
Yeah.
only thing they had going.
Yeah, he was cooking.
He was cooking.
He was cooking.
Some of the broadcasters
was falling.
Yeah, the jumper was falling, and that's why he was cooking, because he was shooting a lot of them bitches. But when they go down, you look good.
Yeah.
It's a make or miss league.
Yeah. So, and I wonder what mentality I had, Bong, because I was walking and driving.
Right, this nigga
stick
drove
for-
himself to the
yeah.
hospital.
So I was with
on,
the
man.
torn Achilles.
Hey,
So
man, LA dudes are built different, man.
That's
you gotta
that.
do
That's
what
that.
you gotta do.
Ain't no softies in inner city LA, man.
Hey, that's that paid in full mentality. Niggas get shot every day, B.
Yeah.
Hey, but I will say I agree with you in that the game they were about to lose anyway.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he was cooking though. Like he was doing his thing, but they were gonna lose. And it was in the same fashion, man. They were up early, let him right back in the game.
They went as the 3-pointer went.
Yeah.
Yeah. They went as the 3-pointer went, and it was crazy. They what was it? They ended up going 18 of 48 from 3. They were 12 of 24. They were 12 of 24 in the first half. So that means in the second half, they went 6 of 24. That's the easiest way. Again,
Yeah.
I said it a couple games ago. I'll continue to say it now. Joe Mazzulla said, I don't care. We are going to shoot these motherfucking threes.
It's a numbers game.
We're going to live or we're going to die by it. And right now, they dying by it. I said the only thing that can beat the Boston Celtics in their quest for a championship is if they go on one of the coldest cold streaks in NBA history, and we are witnessing that shit right now.
Yep.
Like, y'all motherfuckers can't hit. Y'all went 50% from the field. 50% from the 3 in game 3. I mean, in game 3, and y'all won. Every other game, y'all been below 50%. And again, at New York, I'm in the car. I told you I'm in the car listening. You can hear it. I can hear it through the radio. Madison Square Garden, how that shit was bumping.
Yeah, no, they were. It was live.
One thing, Bong, I do want to say, because you said that Tatum was the only thing going. Derek White was actually balling as well.
Yeah,
Derek
he
White
was.
had 23 points, shot 6 for 12 and 6 for 11 from 3. So he
Okay.
was doing his thing too.
So that means he probably got cooking early then.
Yeah, he started out.
Third, fourth quarter, when I tapped in, it was Jason Tatum, a couple putbacks from a couple randoms, but I didn't hear Derek White's name. He was
cooking early.
Tatum was keeping him alive.
Yeah, he was cooking early, but now the Celtics are cooked.
Okay, engineer.
They're
Thank you. I was just about to get to that. We talked about this a few days ago, and I told y'all face of the league discussions have to be had. And if face of the league discussions are being had, and you got Jalen Brunson on the biggest stage, and he's able to win a championship this year, there's you can't keep him out the discussion.
Wrong. There was an emergency that when it was the face of the league discussion, it was an emergency call made when Tatum went down. Adam Silver was like, "Hit up Anthony Edwards right now," and he hit up Anthony Edwards, gave him the okay, like, "Hey man, it's okay for you to get busy tonight. Go on. I need you to do this."
Anthony Edwards is the people's champion.
Yeah.
Face of the league is still to be determined, but he's the people's champ.
Anthony Edwards is the reason. I know we're still talking about the Knicks Celtics game. Anthony Edwards is the reason that the league is still holding on to LeBron and Steph. I'll say that. He's the reason. He's the reason that they're still holding on to Steph and LeBron. Like, please give us one more. Hey, come on, baby. Can you give us one more? Can you squeeze one more year out there?
Engineer, what's overrated about Edwards? I'm curious to know what you think.
And while he's typing in his answer, ESPN is already like, you know what? The anchor made it a point to say, last time you weren't here, you interviewed, you got fined for cussing. This time, you're almost there. You're not going to get fined. Letting the people know that Anthony Edwards is getting better with these post-game interviews and saying the right things.
By saying the right things, you mean not cussing. So
Absolutely.
By him not cussing, he's saying the right things, and he has to be coached. He has to be coached by the sideline reporter to remember not to cuss.
Absolutely, we're pushing him through this. All hands on deck. We need to remind him.
If that's what you need,
go ahead.
If that's what you need to get your face of the league to say the right things, he needs to be coached live. That's not a smart dude. Like you're promoting someone with very low IQ, just a great basketball player. And
he has high IQ.
I think
high basketball IQ.
No. He has high IQ. Period.
He has high basketball IQ.
It's just, does he want to do this or does he want to be Anthony Edwards uncut?
He has high basketball.
Wait, say that again, KP. It sound like now you saying.
I said, does he want to do this? Does he want to be a little bit more corporate, or does he want to be Anthony Edwards uncut?
So he has to be more corporate to be the face, you saying?
He has to a little bit more than what he is.
Okay.
He can't be fully Anthony Edwards uncut.
Okay, I mean, that's the first time I'm hearing you say this, man. Because you normally are just like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I'm telling y'all, he's not. He has low IQ. Like, I don't care what you if you're making choice, if you're actively choosing to not be respectful in front of the camera, to not to not understand that, hey, the league is also made up of fans that are underage that are listening and hanging on to your every word. That's not high IQ. If willful ignorance is not an excuse. So that's still low IQ, because your IQ also comes with the decisions you make. If he's
Well,
making poor choices, if he's willfully making poor choices, that means that you can't in a big spot. I need to be able to trust my what do they call, my ambassador, right?
Mhm.
One of my generals, to be able to say the right thing, do the right things for the betterment of the league. And you're saying that he will choose when he wants to willfully not do that.
but
And
but
that
but Bong, I think it's if we had agreed, because I think you were saying that he doesn't want to be the face of the league, so he not tripping on all that. I don't necessarily know if that's low IQ. That's just a man recognizing this is who I am and this is who I'm gonna be, and I ain't really tripping on that. So y'all could take it or leave it.
Did Muhammad
Versus
Ali have low
versus
IQ?
trying to get in the box and fit what they want. He's probably just like, I don't care. Like he done said he ain't tripping on the face of the league thing before. And I think that's real for him. Like he don't really give a fuck about it. I keep saying that. Like I don't think he cares about. Look, he's still getting his endorsements. He getting commercials. That shit ain't stopping. That shit is flowing. He still get talked about all the time. He's a
He
star.
is
Like,
the face of Adidas.
so I don't know. I don't think he's tripping on like being buttoned up and saying what he got to say. And I get what you saying if you're trying to be a role model and all of that stuff. But it's the Charles Barkley thing. He might
but
as well. They
again,
might as well make a remake for Adidas and make a play on the Nike commercial. I'm not a role
sure.
model.
But again, he's telling you, like, not only do I not care to be the face of the league, I just don't want to be the face of the league. And the fact that it seems like they're trying to push it on him shows a lack of um, understanding on both parts, right? Like the league, like, listen, if he says he doesn't want to be if he don't want to be the guy, I don't want to be the face of the league. Take him at his word and respect it. Like when Ja is, I don't see no difference between him and Ja.
In terms of what I think
He's
Morant.
not getting any legal trouble. What legal problems has Anthony Edwards got into?
What legal trouble has John Morant got into?
John Morant had the situation. First it was the situation with the young teenager. He had a lawsuit saying that he punched the kid in the face. And then he had another
I think it has something to do with his mom or something, right? Or with his sister or something.
something.
Okay,
But I'm just
so I could bring up the baby mama situation with
that's
Aunt
not
Edwards.
that's not a legal issue.
It is. You
It's
just
not.
paid her.
It's not a violent issue.
What, child support?
Is
Wait,
child
what?
support
It's
violent?
legal. Stay in the courts. Stay in the courts. But okay,
Yeah.
go ahead. So you had that, and then what?
And then it was his entourage were making threats to opposing players, and
Did they get charged? Were there any legal charges brought when his entourage was holding up the gun sign at the other team's bus? Was anybody charged with anything?
no, there was no
Okay,
charges.
then what
No,
was the next? What was the next thing that makes him not the face of the league?
it's really just the
Okay, so
allegations
nothing.
with the
There's
team.
nothing. There's nothing. He has no. There's no charges have been brought against him. He hasn't been to court. That even the league suspending him for the shit that they suspended him for, it was all because the league says we don't want that to be what we represent, right? The gun thing. We don't like the gun thing. So because of that, we're gonna hold that against you. But if Ant Edwards makes his own missteps, we'll pick and choose what we're okay. Hey, we know y'all athletes have hella baby mamas and all the other stuff. So, it's okay with that. You can still be the face of the league with that. But doing this on the court, holding up a little gun sign on the court, that's where we draw the line. All the little gun celebrations, you gotta get fined. Like, they've already made up in their mind that Ja is not the guy. So now we're gonna treat you as such. And Ja, Ant Edwards, is just saying, I don't give a fuck. Now I'll change up the celebration. Now he's doing the grenade shit, and he's telling you, hey, just in case y'all want to find me for it, I'm really saying that I'm zipping my lips and throwing away the key and hiding my ears from the noise. Like, fuck it. If y'all want to play that game, I'll play that game with y'all. But again, it's the reason that the league still televises all the Golden State games and televises all the Laker games, even though LeBron is 40 and Steph is 37. Because as much as everybody wants, I think DP said that he was the people's champ. Well, I don't know which one of y'all said.
Yeah, I said it.
As much as some of the people want him to be the guy, just as much as some of the people want Ja Morant to be the guy, the league is not ready for either one of them to be the guy. This is AI reincarnated. This is Allen Iverson. We've seen this playbook before. And what the league will do, they will let you once you step out of your prime, once Ja Morant no longer can jump, once Ant Edwards, once they step out of their prime, the league adjusts them so quick. There's a reason that they allow guys like a Steph Curry, a LeBron James, some of these guys that play into their later years to continue to thrive at an old age because they're dignified. You know what I'm saying? Buttoned up, real presidential guys that we can put in front of the league and say, hey, listen, man, this is the face of the league. We want to use this guy to sell tickets. And
no, go ahead, finish that thought.
but I just don't. We'll see. I mean, I think the NBA is going in a bad direction, even from a play style. Right, the game is changing, and it's not changing for the better. It's either threes or layups. You know, this is now you're seeing on a regular basis players, you know, on fast breaks, players on 3-on-1 fast breaks, 4-on-1 fast breaks, and everybody spotting up at the 3-point line to shoot a three instead of going to the basket. Like stylistically, the league is going in a different direction. So all I'm saying is shout out to Ant Edwards. Y'all caught old man Steph being injured after game one, and now playoff Jimmy is playing like play-in Jimmy.
Yeah. Well, nah, because didn't play in Jimmy get busy for the biggest?
He's playing like old rookie Chicago Bulls Jimmy.
Ooh, not rookie Chicago Bulls Jimmy. But
he's just a defender. He just wants to be out there.
So look, I don't know about this though. Engineer says, I don't know. Brunson just feels like he should get the attention Edwards gets. I think they talk about Brunson a lot, dog. They talk about Brunson a whole lot.
Brunson gets his just due.
Yeah. Like
but Brunson is also he's new here. Like this is basically like last year was how many years has he been with the Knicks? Is this a second or a third year?
Nah,
I was gonna say gotta be like 3 or 4. Yeah. I was thinking 3 or 4.
Like when he first came over, he had splashes. Last year, he showed well. This year, they did things as an organization to kind of put a team around him, and he's finally showing up. And the thing that makes him more marketable to me than AE or Ja Morant, and I think once he gets like they're gonna do it. If he goes on the championship run, you will start seeing him on every ad and commercial. The thing that makes him more marketable is because he's so quiet. We don't know again, a lot of these guys, we don't know his personal life. So he's easy to market because we can market him as a good guy. We don't know if he got 3 baby mamas or what he got going on behind. Huh?
Yeah, Jalen Brunson is married.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so as far as we know, clean cut, doesn't get out of character. He's not, super over dramatic on the court. He's not getting into it with the referees and shit like that. That's easy. That's easy to market to the CEOs, right? That's the business owners, the people that actually write the checks. and then we can dress it up so that he's marketable to the kids. But we got to make him marketable to the guys that actually write checks to the NBA first. And I think
Well,
Brunson
I
Brunson is just
they,
I don't
they're
think blue collar sells.
he's not. I don't think he's blue collar. He's still spotlight. Big time. Blue collar is who would I consider blue collar?
He hits shots, but they're like a gritty blue collar type of team. They're not. They're
yeah,
not.
because Thibodeau
They're not
has
pretty.
they kind of reflect what Thibodeau is, I
Yeah.
think. But I would say this, like I'm
Say-
not gonna say that he's reached his pinnacle, but they already are talking about him as the greatest Knick of all time. And my brother, he lives out in New York. They say it's Brunson everything out there, so they sucking him off. Pause, but like they talk
That's
about
crazy.
Brunson and put him on the pedestal already.
That's
Like
crazy.
it's
Damn, Dizzle, you gotta splash me like that.
what?
Hey, listen, mine eyes have seen the light. I've seen the light, brother.
You got on the road. You got on the road to Damascus, right?
On the road to Damascus, baby.
Yeah, I know. Engineer said, hey, engineer is true though. Like I mean, what else is? However you want to put it, like I think they talk about Brunson and give him the credit. He's in the big market as you guys laid out, Bong and KP, about those big markets. New York is at the top of that list, and Brunson is the face of their team. But face of the league, dog.
Listen, hear me out again,
Not
DP.
not not dynamic enough, man.
Hold on, hear me out. I'm only saying if they win a chip. If they win a chip.
No,
if
and
New
I
York
heard
wins
you.
a chip, we will have this conversation. And by then, we need to bring the playbacks. I need to get to clip the sound and all that shit because he's gonna be on every billboard in New York. He's gonna be in every billboard. He's gonna be
But
at Met Gala.
Bong, is Jason Tatum the face of the league?
No.
Y'all be talking about Jason Tatum.
No. Okay, so now I'm asking you: is Jason Tatum the face of the league?
No, he's not.
He's on every fucking commercial that they running through this NBA playoff shit.
But hear me out.
I don't give a fuck if they put Brunson on every commercial and billboard. He's not going to be the face of the league, just like Tatum won't be the face of the league.
Because he's not even...
He's a nice guy.
Tatum isn't even respected in Boston. If we're going to keep it a buck.
Well, you know that because you had Nunya on here saying that they love him in Boston.
Nunya said they love Jaylen Brown too. So, Nunya,
I'm just saying,
fuck with
I ain't
you,
in Boston.
But you represent the minority. You don't represent the majority because the majority ain't with Jaylen Brown for a reason, and they stomach Jason Tatum for a reason. We can discuss that at a later time, but for right now, I'll just keep it a buck and say that that's what it is.
Yeah, no, I said Tatum is the most disrespected star. I told y'all that, and we had conversations about this so many times. And there's all kind of underlying reasons and all that. I get it. I'm just saying that you can run Brunson on just as many ads as Tatum, and it's gonna be the same thing for him. He ain't gonna be the face of the league.
What I'm telling you is that if you have a fan base that's going to push,
what's the fan base that will push him outside of New York? Because motherfuckers hate the Knicks too.
What I'm saying is
maybe New Jersey. Yeah, New York.
What I'm saying is
out of there.
What are the biggest marketplaces in the NBA? Give me the top 3 marketplaces in the
LA,
NBA.
NY, and probably Boston.
Okay. If he wins their first title since 1970 something,
it'll be great for New York.
And because of how huge of a market New York is, New York has the ability as a fan base to make him the face of the league. You have the billionaires. You have the billionaires that's going to sign the checks. You have the influence you have the people with the influence that's you got the radio stations, you got TV, a lot of stuff that we hear on our airwaves, the Joe Budden podcast, that's out of New York. Like all the stuff that Charlemagne and them, they out of New York. Like all the stuff that drives culture comes out of New York. So like if he makes a push, why the fuck won't the entire tri-state get behind him and run this shit to where, like, okay, perfect example.
They already are, though. What are you talking about? That's what they're doing already.
We're talking about culture in the words of Kendrick Lamar.
Thank you.
It's not enough.
No. Hold on. What I'm saying is, what I was just about to say was the same way Kendrick went on his run just now, and the West Coast basically drove Kendrick to the masses, right? So now Kendrick, okay,
Well,
he's always
Drake
been
would argue it was UMG, but go ahead.
right. But the culture before UMG could get their hands on it, you know what I'm saying? They Not Like Us took off. That was culture, and that was a West Coast bop. So we pushed him. We pushed Kendrick. We gave him the West Coast push. Why wouldn't the tri-state? Why wouldn't New York give Jalen Brunson the East Coast push?
I'm not calling Brunson Kendrick
I
in
can't
this
do
case.
it. He's
Again, no.
I think he's a heck of a player. He's clutch. He's hard to guard 1-on-1. He has an uncanny ability of drawing fouls. But the NBA sells at when you're facing the league, it's in a lot of cases is either athleticism or something you're just so dynamic at that it can't be denied. Like Steph Curry shooting. He was just
But New York is already doing what Bong is saying about. Yes, they are, dog. They are pushing him to there. Right. That's all they talk about is Brunson. But
the reason it doesn't have saying it. The reason it doesn't have legs.
I know you're saying because they ain't win the championship.
They ain't win the chip yet. But look, you got just our folks right here. Engineer said, "I'll push for him from Stepchild Houston. Al sucks at mock drafts. Shoot, I root for him. Like,
okay, that's two people. I won't.
Yeah.
I mean, are we taking a poll?
Look at Dizzle. He comes in right behind it. You talking Knicks? Like, listen,
yeah, we
man,
talking Knicks. Dizzle. Niggas hate the Knicks too. That's what I'm saying.
We hate the Knicks. On the West Coast, we do.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, just like people hate the Lakers, but you have a player like a LeBron James who will cut through that. Yeah, he's the face of the league. He's got different kind of attributes and all kind of stuff that go along with his game, and he's got more shall I say dynamism, as I said before. Like, this nigga's more dynamic. Like, it's more of a workman-like effort with a Brunson. Yeah, he's cool. Yeah. He got moves. He's shifty and all that. But it's like, is he?
It's blue collar. I mean,
hey, I'll say this.
I hear what you're saying, Bong. What I will say is this: what I will agree with in terms of what you saying about the chip and what Dizzle was saying, bro. It's the Knicks. I hear y'all. Yes, now it will be, is Brunson the greatest Knick of all time? Now there's a stronger argument for that, but face of the league.
Hey,
come on, dog.
And I will push back and say that the Knicks are the Dallas Cowboys of the NBA. I've said it on record before. I agree with you. Bad ownership. So when people when someone like
the
DP
league ain't even on the Olympic team.
When DP says that people hate the Knicks, right? I don't equate that to the Lakers. I don't equate that to Boston. I don't equate that to Golden State. I don't equate that to Chicago, because people hate those teams because of the success they have, and it's only a matter of time. You remember when Golden State won their first one, Steph was all furry and cuddly. Oh, no, we let a little guy. But after you win a couple times, people start resenting you. Now it's like, nah, man, fuck that nigga Steph. Steph ain't shit. It's undersized motherfucker. Da, da, da. They start talking shit. Why does anybody need to hate the Knicks? Who hates the Knicks? What have they done to garner hate? Like, what have the Knicks done in the last 40 years? They haven't won a championship as long as we've been alive. What have they done to garner hate?
What?
and I could
Okay.
still be disgusted
Do
by him.
people hate them though? I'm asking. Well,
And
do
I could,
people hate them?
yeah, and I could still be disgusted by
Bong. That only
Why do
makes
you no, okay?
Bong. To me, that only makes your point about the Knicks being the Cowboys of the NBA. That doesn't make a point for Jalen Brunson being the face of the league. Those are two different things. I can agree with you on that. Like, oh yeah, that's like a Cowboy situation. They ain't done shit in 30 years.
I gave you all my points. Like New York runs a lot of things involving
Do they run the
sports,
NBA?
sports, media, and fashion.
Do they run the
A,
NBA?
a lot of things that run through. Who runs the NBA? I don't know who runs the NBA. Who is it? Are you saying that the NBA is run out of Minnesota?
No, I
Okay,
wouldn't say that it's run out of Minnesota, but I would say that when you talk about NBA franchises, it's LA and Boston.
Bong.
because of the
Why
winning.
Bong, why isn't your face of the league on the Olympic team?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Last year he was.
They don't view him
last
as
year,
that kind of player, dog.
last year they didn't view him as that kind of player, right? What a
They were still
difference
talking about him. What do you
a day
mean? What?
makes.
What do you
Could
mean?
some of it could it be
24 little hours. Listen, man,
could it
what a
be
difference a day
could
makes.
some of it be manufactured though? That because his father is the assistant coach and Tibbs is
What
the
can what be manufactured?
some of his
Some of
success, a lot of his success.
No, he's cooking.
JP, come
He's the one
on,
that's
man.
pushing.
Now we gonna call this
No,
nigga
he's the one that's pushing
a
they,
mole. He a
I'm not
he's the
mole
one
calling him
now.
that's
a
pushing
mole.
their.
I'm not calling him a mole.
He's an industry plant.
Here,
Nah,
I'll let you finish your point though, KP. I don't
I,
want to.
no, I'm not saying that. I'm more so on the lines of why people don't look at him like that. They're saying, okay, yeah, you're succeeding, you're cooking. Could you succeed outside of this system that's
Who's
built
saying that?
around? Huh?
The average fan?
No. I'm asking to DP's point when he's saying the rest of the players in the league doesn't look at him like one of those guys because he didn't go to USA basketball and he wasn't a part of that team.
Not
I'm
just
saying,
because of that, but
well, no, but I'm saying, are people looking at it, or are coaches and players looking at it like, look, he's good, but he's good within this system that's built around him, this system where coaches,
Just
his father,
no,
where
no.
head coach is
Just
a
KP, would you
godfather. Do
no,
these
don't
things have something to do with it?
don't
You
do that.
put two of his college teammates around him as well that compliment him, and he can play off them. Like
That's smart. That's smart basketball. That's a smart front office. Are
all
you
of the,
are you hold on? Are you faulting him because the New York Knicks brought in two of
I'm
his
not.
college teammates?
That's not faulting,
So
but I'm
because of that,
saying
it's manufactured.
I'm what I'm saying is on a playing field where everything is even. Is he a top 15 guy?
here's what I'll add to it.
If
Here's
he
what I'll
takes the
add to
Knicks,
it.
if he takes the Knicks to a championship, and you don't see him as a top 15 guy, I don't know what to tell you.
This is another reason why I think, you got people in the chat saying I'd root for him and all of this stuff. Is because people love an underdog, and they look at him as he doesn't fit the mold of a face of the league and all of that kind of stuff. But since he's cooking, he's a small guard. He's not, 6'8" and dunking on motherfuckers and doing all of this other amazing type stuff. You view him as an underdog. So since he's, you know, shaking the mold or breaking the mold, you're like, oh yeah, I root for him. But does that really mean like he's a face of the league? Like, I don't even know if the championship, like, motherfuckers are talking about Wimbenyama, or Kevin, what's his name? As you was
Wembanyama.
Wembenyama. Okay. Wembenyama, not to be confused with Wimbenyama. They talk about him too as a potential face of the league. He ain't one shit. And they're already talking about it. It's because he has some kind of it factor that not everybody else possesses. I'm not saying that Brunson has that. Like, he's cooking. He plays hard. He's shifty. He's he's leading the
Does play
charge for
hard.
the Knicks, but face of the league, like, that's another.
What you say,
I don't
engineer?
know,
Every time
dog.
I watch him, he hits a clutch shot. Yeah, I mean,
Clutch
Yeah,
player of
that's
the
why
year.
he
but
got Clutch Player of the Year. They got
but,
awards for that.
I think
They got
for
awards for that,
DP,
engineer.
I think for DP and KP, in order to be face of the league, you have to be able to have a great dunk package. So if you don't have a great dunk
Now you
package,
putting
then
words in people's
you
mouth. I didn't
said
say it. I didn't say shit about a dunk.
hold on, y'all didn't say that
I
today, but y'all said that
I
before.
said athletic.
I did
did
not say
Okay.
nothing about a dunk
Above
package.
I
that, you
said
got to be able,
athletic.
you got to be able to play above the rim.
I said
Because that's
athletic.
why you said y'all told me Luka couldn't be face of the league because he's not athletic enough, right?
I
That he can't play
I
above
just
the rim.
I just gave you an example of Wembenyama. I didn't say shit about him dunking. He has an it factor. Motherfucker's 7'7" or whatever. Like he's got something different that not everybody else has. That's what I'm saying.
The other
So yeah, what?
go on, DP.
No, I'm saying, yeah, if you have like something that sets you aside from everybody else, or you're amazing, or you're dynamic, yeah, is Jalen Brunson dynamic? Would you say he's a
Which
dynamic player?
yeah,
Or
which is the other thing I said, Bong, earlier in the show. I said Steph Curry was an incredible shooter. He can't be denied. He does something that no one else can do in terms of shooting the basketball. So I did say that. So it's not just a dunk package, man.
yeah, and I'm saying attributes too. Bong, I'm saying attributes too, because like you're looking at NBA tall 6'10", 6'9", 6'7" guy, and Brunson's not that either. Like I was throwing all of those things out there. Like I'm just saying that's why he's the underdog.
I'm asking you, when you guys say dynamic, what do you mean? What is your like? Explain dynamic, because I don't think like Wemby is just.
What I'm saying is people will look at Wemby and say, "Oh, he's 7'7". Look how he moves. He can dribble the ball at that height. He's doing all these things. He's a great passer, and he can shoot, and he can do all this stuff
And he
at
shot block.
7'7". Like, but that's the reason, because he's a tall 7'7" motherfucker doing all of this shit. Hey, Brunson is doing all the same things, but they not talking about him like that, because in the way that they're talking about Wemby, because Brunson is a 6-foot guard. Like it's things that's to be expected. You understand what I'm saying? It's like it's to be expected, but you don't see that all the time with a 7-foot guy in Wembenyama.
He is a one of one.
Right. Like it's the unicorn thing, as they say,
Yeah.
which I'm not necessarily
So they
saying.
can. So basically,
I'm not necessarily saying Wembenyama should be, but I'm saying that's how they talk about him.
So if the Knicks somehow pull off a championship run, we can come back to it and say, hey, they could have got there with 30 guys, replace Brunson with 30 guys, even though Chris, what up? Even though they haven't done it in over 40 years.
Who said that?
No, I'm saying, or is that what you guys are saying by saying that he's
No,
not?
you're creating a point. Who
And,
said that?
I'm asking. I didn't say it. I'm asking. I'm asking you guys. So if New York goes on to win a championship with Jalen Brunson as their star, as their main attraction, as their centerpiece, you guys, do you believe that they could have done it with 30 guys? Because he's not dynamic, and there's something. Whatever, he's not a one of one. So you're telling me that there's other guys that can go out there and do what he's just that he's
No. I'm talking to you about the face of the league conversation. I'm not talking to you about what he does for the Knicks. I've told you, yes, that would make him the greatest Knick of all time. But you're trying to have a conversation about face of the league. Those are two different
I
things.
said the face of the league is
a franchise player and face of the league
I
are
said
two
the face
different
of the league
things.
is a one of one.
I get your point. I have agreed with a couple of the things that you've said about the Knicks and about Brunson. I'm just like, I don't see him as a face of the league.
Chris, he said, I'll believe it when I see it with the Knickerbockers, not to be confused with, I think Doris Burke called them the Knickerbockers or accidentally.
She said it today.
Doris Burke did. I didn't even hear it.
This is an ESPN joint. I seen it on a playback, but it was probably the NK, and it's too similar. I don't think she said it, but it sounded like it. And,
It
sounded
like Chris don't believe in him. They got a chance.
Listen, a lot of people don't believe in him, but what I'll tell you is Okay.
They got a chance to get there. I don't know if they're gonna
Yeah.
beat any of the teams.
Hold on.
They'll beat Minnesota.
How
I
about I
think they
step?
could beat Minnesota.
How about I
But
take a step back and say this? If today has taught me anything about the NBA, it's rigged. So, with that being said, if you're the NBA, you're starving for attention, you're starving for views. Do you want Indiana or the New York Knicks in the NBA championship, the NBA finals?
Yeah, man.
neither one.
I'd be so disturbed
Neither
watching
one
this
of those
whole.
motherfuckers.
No. Stop. I'm talking about from a league standpoint, not from us.
Look, it's
Stop.
Oh yeah,
hard.
no. From a league,
No.
no. From a league
Okay.
standpoint, no. I didn't hear the league part. From a league standpoint, it's the Knicks for sure.
Yeah,
I-
But
that's
for
what I'm
me,
talking about.
I don't want to see neither one of those.
I hear you. I'm having a hard time separating my personal and just answering the question. So I'm just gonna be honest with you.
No, it's the Knicks, dog.
But so and now with Jason Tatum likely out for the rest of the year, you know what I'm saying, pending the MRI that's coming tomorrow. The Celtics, that's done. We don't even want to see that brand of basketball
They
anymore.
they may have been done with
With
Jason
or
Tatum
without.
healthy.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like I didn't even want the injury to overshadow the win. It was almost maybe 2 or 3 minutes left when the injury happened. They were down by they had just went down by 9 because Jaylen Brown turns the ball over on that exact play.
Yeah.
Leads to a
And Tatum had essentially given you all that he could. Well, he wasn't going to the cup like he could have, but he still was putting up numbers and dropping him threes. So it was working for him today. So with him dropping 40, and y'all still losing, bruh, that was snatching the heart. That's the fatality.
Hey,
Snatching the heart out the
Alex in mock draft. Go ahead, KP. Go ahead.
Oh no. That one's ahead, so you can say that one.
What, this one?
Said, yeah. What happened there is exactly why white people stopped saying Knickerbockers 30 years ago.
Yeah, let's just call it the Knicks.
You ain't lying.
I was Chris Darter.
Hey, you got a fan in Chris, KP.
Said
Yes,
it's the second comment that he said. Yeah. NBA has been rigged ever since the Southie bookies in Boston paid the Celtics to give Magic space to make that hook shot.
Sky hook.
That was over. Wasn't that over 3 people?
Oh yeah.
That was over McHale, Bird, and somebody else, man.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Time will tell on that with the Knicks, because right now, if Tatum's out, barring some kind of heroic, performance by the team, by the Celtics as a team, they're not going to beat the Knicks. So
no,
the
Celtics are done.
Yeah, you can pencil the Knicks into
time already told.
Yeah, Eastern Conference Finals against what it looks like the Indiana Pacers.
We'll see.
So we'll see. I mean, they're basically in the Final Four.
What would be funny though is if they go back to Boston and Boston just has like a lights out day and just everybody's hitting from all cylinders and it goes to the game 6 and then New York eventually wins in the game 6. But it's the scared straight for the moment where they're like, man, Boston can Boston do this again? That would be funny.
I think that they're in a just demoralizing situation, losing your top guy, and that motherfucker dropped 40.
Yeah,
and y'all still took an L. Yeah. So
you can see it in Joe Mazzulla's face.
Stick a fork in those motherfuckers.
You can see it. You can see it in Mazzulla. Like when Mazzulla went to check on Tatum, because remember, the first time when Tatum hurt his wrist, Mazzulla's like, get up, and holding the trainer back, like, no, let him get up, because he didn't want to burn a timeout. But this time, when he went down, it was like he went on the court and he's like, damn, like Missoula was. And then in the press conference when Missoula was talking, they're like, yeah, it's going to be an MRI tomorrow, which, look, they already know what it is.
Yeah.
But they don't
They
want
probably did all the clinical stuff and
they did.
all the tests before. Yeah.
But they don't want this to overshadow the lottery and what happened with the lottery. So they're like, okay, let's let the lottery get its spins tonight, and then we'll talk about this tomorrow.
Look at
So,
this. Look at this
no.
sidebar.
Hey,
Hey, Chris, I
point 4.
yeah. And there's two of us. Two are KP and Bong are Lakers fans. I'm a Clippers fan. Not and as if I would be saying that with pride. That should show you I'm an honest guy.
I look, I'm not gonna say that it's physically impossible about the Lakers in that point 4, but what I will tell you is it was physically impossible for Trent Tucker to hit that shot with 1/10 of a second to beat the Bulls when they played for the Knicks. I don't know if y'all remember that.
Yeah.
He shot the 3-pointer with 1/10 of a second. It was really like 1.3 seconds.
Yeah, that's when everybody was slow on the draw. Like,
so are we ready to have?
Was it out of his hand?
Are we ready to have the conversation about Joe Mazzulla as a coach? Because that's why I wanted to really highlight the point that you guys were already down 3-1. You guys were already down 3-1 before the injury. So you guys were going to lose the game. You guys are going to be down 3-1 with or without the
I'm going to say this though. Like, I don't think they're banged up. Prior to I'm just saying, like, Drew Holiday missed some playoff games. He's got the hamstring. He doesn't look the same right now in this playoff series. He hasn't looked the same in the playoffs. He's not attacking like we've seen him attack years prior. Jaylen Brown has had knee problems. He's not as explosive and as effective as he's been in years prior.
Because if he wasn't, everybody would be calling for him to step up and be the man that they've been talking about.
Yeah.
Well, it's 1A, 1B. Your ass need to, carry the team now.
Kristaps Porzingis is visibly not the same right now. Like,
and I don't want to make fun of the illness. I was gonna say, what does he have? Diarrhea or something? Like, this nigga, because they haven't disclosed it or whatever. They just been like, he's been dealing with an illness. It's like, dog, but you're out there, right? So then I don't know.
You're contagious.
Yeah. Touch me, baby. Hey, listen, whatever it is, I hope he shakes it off or whatever. I'm just saying, like,
hey man,
not 100%.
My bad. Off subject. Did y'all hear the Craig Hodges interview?
Oh my God.
Where he's the real no. The one with Vlad?
No.
Where, oh man, Craig Hodges was talking about his wife had an affair with R. Kelly.
What? So he's the real Mr. Biggs?
Yes. It's Craig Hodges.
Shut up. Don't you see two men are talking? Thought I told your ass to get to walking.
Oh, shit. That was Hodges. I think I better leave this place.
It was Craig
I'm
Hodges.
about to catch a case.
Oh, man.
Oh, Hodges.
The fact that he sung, shut up.
Right.
Shut up.
That's crazy.
It was Craig Hodges, man. So sorry about that sidebar, man.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good. Man.
But
wait, didn't Derek Fisher? They talk about Derek Fisher and Matt Barnes' wife. Now they talking about Tony Parker and Brent Barry's wife.
Yeah,
y'all done started something.
I think the The coldest
Oh.
one was the baseball players. It was some stuff with the baseball players where they actually swapped wives.
Oh,
And
wow.
one of the relationships worked and the other one didn't. But
Oh,
they
so
did
they
a
over
wife
there mad.
swap.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
But
Damn, it's a bunch of wives shit. You done started some shit, KP, and now Craig Hodges' wife is putting money on R. Kelly's books too. So
Yeah.
you know.
but no, but that's what I would say, Bong, about Missoula. Like Missoula is dealing with like players just being banged up, man.
Man,
It's
everybody
just,
has that excuse right now. It's a lot of teams is banged
I
up.
I hear
Yeah,
you.
somebody in the chat last time said everybody is hurt now.
Yeah.
Everybody's playing
Yes.
hurt.
It's a war of attrition, man. Who can, you know what I'm saying, who can last the longest? So
But Jalen Brown was getting his knee drained and stuff like that. It's
they get
different.
it sit out. Like, I mean,
No, but I'm
the
saying
playoffs don't give a fuck. We don't care.
but I'm saying it's different, like just something nagging or just normal. You went through 82 games, your body is aching. You better go get some treatments in that cold tub, all that stuff. That's
Hey,
different than hamstring
when,
strain, knee
when,
has to get drained, sickness. Those are different things, man.
when we talk
So wait,
about,
hold on.
when we
What?
talk
Whoa.
about,
What are you saying? Because you brought up something about Kaminga before we got on here. So
Oh,
where does Kaminga fall in line with what you're trying to say right now?
I said Kaminga is the beneficiary of load management. He's played 47 games and he's fresh while in a situation where people are tired, they're fatigued, body's hurting, they done played over 90 games. This dude is running circles around people.
And Bong, what was
yeah,
your take on that in terms of Kaminga not being
that,
played?
that Golden State was trying to fuck him over. I sent y'all a clip earlier of Gil's Arenas, where him, Rashad McCants, Kenya Martin, and Josiah were talking about it, and they basically said they inferred, or they inferred that Golden State made him an offer for between 125 and 135 million over 4 years. Kaminga's agent told him to turn it down, and in turn, Golden State benched him to suppress his value.
Hmm.
So again, and that's why they're saying like, oh yeah, so now it's like even with Steph not being there, Steve Kerr is thinking long and hard about putting you in.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you come in, you show out, and motherfuckers is like, hold on, man, this shit ain't adding up. It just you got benched because Steve Kerr couldn't find a way to get you, Steph, and Jimmy Butler to play well together. That's coaching. Nigga, I'm gonna bench you because I can't find a way to make you to use your skills, your skill set alongside Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry.
That's not coaching, Bong. You said it earlier. That's business. We got to suppress your value. That has nothing to do with coaching. That's above Steve Kerr's pay grade. That's the front office.
Yeah, maybe.
So, huh?
But you feel what I'm saying? It's like that's crazy to see Kaminga come out there and he's getting what I'm talking about. I'm taking you to the rack. Pull like what? Y'all had him on the bench this whole time.
Yeah, he's cooking.
And the commentators try to justify it, like, yeah, he kind of fell out of favor with the organization.
Yeah, I heard that
But he
bullshit.
stayed
Like
ready when they called his number.
he kept his mind right and stayed ready when he was called. Like, if you don't get that shit out of here, man, if that don't show you that they be on some bullshit.
Steve Kerr saying the same thing. I told Kaminga when he gets in there, I want him to be aggressive. Like it was a part in the game where they were like, Steve Kerr was in the building for Kaminga to attack.
Look. Now I said something about this guy also, Pajimski, and what they expected from him, and they gotta look to some some shit in this draft or something. Off season, free agent, something. Like if motherfuckers didn't think Golden State was in rebuild mode, they are very close to it. The Jimmy Butler thing had you forgetting about it, right? But now you got Jimmy Butler, who people are starting to criticize now. Like you just came over there and you in that I'm just fitting in mode, and they need you
Like
to carry the team.
he came over with the full intentions of being the sidekick.
Mm-hmm.
He came over with full intentions of being a sidekick because this is not the Jimmy Butler that was carrying Miami.
Jimmy Butler pulled a Jimmy Harden and took 9 shots in the game.
But you see, he
Uh,
got benched. I don't know if he got benched or they were resting him in the second quarter.
this is no time to rest. Now is that coaching?
And I think that what I thought they were trying to say was that the reason was so that he could be fresher in the fourth quarter down the stretch if it's close. Because remember, and they made mention of it too, in the fourth quarter of game 3, he looked bad. He missed like 4
He
or
was
5 layups.
gassed. Yeah,
He was
missing the stuff
gassed.
around the basket. Yeah, yeah,
So
yep.
I'll say this though. If I'm looking at the field, New York does actually have a chance, right? For the chip, because Minnesota is struggling just to hold Golden State off.
Hold on.
And
To-
hold on.
okay,
And
okay.
it looks to me like the best team, or the more well-rounded team, which I thought was OKC, their head guy don't know how to close the show in SGA. So if they keep playing like that, they're beatable. And you get them against, remember, we were talking about teams that have stars, right? Versus the teams that just have players who grind and all of that stuff. And that the Knicks were a combination of they grind, but then they also have a Brunson and supposed to be Cat. But then you got the Pacers also. Like you play those those teams, they're gonna try to grind that shit out. So I don't know who's gonna win now. Like I was saying OKC, I can't even tell now. Not the way SGA is playing, because I was saying that to y'all. Like, is he even closing his show? This motherfucker went 3 times in a row down the stretch without closing that game out. And almost let Denver back in it. So I don't know. I mean, that's just my take on the field right now. I think it's open. It's wide open.
Okay, so you mentioned that Minnesota is struggling with Golden State. So I will agree they've struggled up until tonight. I think tonight they pulled away. It was in hand. They were just careless at the end. I think it was more so let's not let the spread get out of control type of thing. Like if you saw some of the passes that were being made and some of the plays, it was like, man, this is ridiculous, man.
They
Come
should
on.
have won that game by like 20 points, dog.
Like
Anthony Edwards got in foul trouble. They had turnovers down the stretch. Like,
yeah.
no, I'm saying, like, what do you mean? Like that shit was looking sloppy.
They were just throwing the ball away. Like it was sometimes they could have held the ball. DiVincenzo was way out of character with some of the stuff. It was real uncharacteristic. Some of the mistakes he was making. It was ridiculous. I think they were trying to keep it closer.
Okay. I
It
mean,
was
if we
in
going with
hand.
the business conspiracy side or whatever again,
Yeah,
okay.
it was in hand.
Whatever it is, the shit ain't looking right.
Man,
it wasn't.
And you got people saying India's gonna win. Listen, they better not let Cleveland win another game to extend that shit. But they're in a good position, just like, just as well as the Knicks are. But those are the two like teams that have more chemistry than the rest of these people.
If there's a team from the East that I could stomach, winning, it would be Indy. I could stomach that,
Really?
and I could stomach that a little bit more than the Knicks or Boston. Yeah, I
I've
could.
I've never been a Pacers fan. Only liked them when Paul George was. Well, you know what? The Malice in the Palace Pacers, I did like.
I thought they had a chance to win that
Yeah,
year.
yeah,
I
yeah,
I thought they were going to win that year. The way
yeah.
that they destroyed Detroit.
But that was toward the tail end of the Reggie Miller years.
Yeah,
Pre
when
that
he
era
hit
when it was just Reggie Miller in it.
the layup.
Nah, I wasn't feeling the Pacers. Um, but I mean they play well together, which is what I said. I've been saying that the whole time. Um, and them against Cleveland. I don't know what's going on with Cleveland, man. But
Yo,
it's that regular season
I
bullshit.
think Chris Darter says something. Knicks, what do you say? Knicks are slow. The Celtics suck. Denver versus Indiana finals, great ratings. I mean, it's not the
That would be a
it's
nasty
not
series.
it's not the series that the league wants.
Absolutely not.
No.
And what
Bong, what they want right now with the teams left.
oh they want ratings.
No. What teams?
Who they want to play?
What teams?
I'd say they want the Knicks and probably Minnesota. You get good
There's no
versus evil.
probably to it. That's exactly what they want. Remember,
Yeah.
those two teams were the ones who made the trade.
Trade. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So,
exactly what they want.
I mean, if you get that, then it's the crazy thing is the shit that we was talking about as far as face of the league. Now you'll get to see who the people's champion versus the little guy, the underdog. That would be great TV, I think, because Ant is he's a big shot maker too. He's a big shot maker.
See that shot he made at the end of the first half?
Yeah.
Oh, talk your shit, Anthony Edwards. Talk your shit.
He's a big shot maker, and I'd love to see a series where in a close game where him and Brunson going back and forth. That's good TV.
Hey man, I want to say too, take a little time. You know, we got a few folks in here. I see a few of y'all commenting. Appreciate y'all. I know some people do jump in and don't say much. But if you are in here and you rocking with us, please go ahead and subscribe. If you have something to say, let it be known. We talk back, show respect. You know, we'll take your input and speak on it too. So, folks who are in here, we appreciate y'all rocking with us. So, you know, hope to see some more subscriptions coming in from y'all who are tuning in, who have not subscribed already. But go ahead, y'all. My bad.
Man. So, again, we kind of were talking about Golden State and the fact that
What? I think this Warriors team is well designed to play without Steph. They are done.
No way.
They're done.
No way. No
Steph
way.
is the engine.
Yeah.
Steph is the engine. But what I will say is the way that they've been able to hang with Minnesota, I believe if Steph didn't get hurt, they'd probably be watching Minnesota right now.
I think that Minnesota's just playing down and kind of coasting.
It's
to
the defense,
competition.
bro. It's not. It's the defense. The defense, Golden State's defense is really good. They've been suffocating these motherfuckers. The only person that can really get space is Ant and Julius Randle because he's just going to bully his way to the basket if he has to. But the rest of them dudes, they've been locked up. It's just that late in the games, they can't sustain offensively.
Yeah.
Both games, they went on a stretch where they just stopped scoring, and they can't, like, that's supposed to be Jimmy Butler. Hey, man, bring us home. And he's running out of gas in the third quarter, not taking shots. So it's like.
Engineer says it's more of an indictment on Minnesota.
James
Yeah,
Harden Butler.
for sure. For
You
sure.
you said James Harden Butler isn't taking shots.
Ain't
Yeah.
taking shots, man. Ain't taking
James
shots.
Harden Butler.
Hey, I see Deal World got in here. Deal World, we did speak about this at the beginning He said, "What y'all think about the lottery?" He said, "This shit got to be rigged." Um, yeah, I mean, I think everybody was kind of agreeing with that.
In
Gotta
agreement,
be rigged.
in
Yeah,
agreement on that.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And
Absolutely.
KP had the top three. He just didn't have the number one. He was close. He said the Spurs would get the first pick, but he did predict the top three teams.
The NBA is, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing that being a lottery team doesn't guarantee you your spot. But in the NFL, it's slotted. So the biggest loser gets the number one pick every
Right,
time.
right.
NBA shit is more random. So
Silent
it's
auction.
almost like,
Hey, it's a show.
It's a silent auction.
Yeah,
yeah,
We're gonna pay it. You put us in there as one of those top picks.
yeah,
right,
We're gonna pay to increase our chances. I know what it says. I know it
right,
says we have 14%, but
yeah,
if you
and I can see that being a part of it. I can see that being a part of it, but it's like Bong, to what you pointing out, like it's a show. It's a part of the show. Like let's make this something that motherfuckers tune into versus already knowing what the order of
yeah,
operation is. We know who has the picks because we know who sucked the most. Pause. Pause.
that was crazy though. Like the at the lottery, you had you had all the lottery picks in
Thank you,
attendance.
engineer.
You
Yeah.
you had Dylan Harper, you had Ace Bailey. They're being interviewed before it started.
Yeah. Yeah.
You had Cooper Flag sitting next to dang, I can't think of the other kid's name from Duke. Khan Knipple and Kamal Maluk. They all sitting next to each other. I'm sitting here like, damn,
Yeah.
you had about 14 or 15 of those guys in the building.
Yeah. I mean, they already know. They already know. Wait, but KP, ain't this the lowest amount of registrations they received for the
Early
for the
applicants, yes.
for the
Yeah,
NBA draft?
yes.
Is it ever or since a certain
I don't know if it's
time
ever.
frame?
I'll have to research if it's ever, but
Okay.
it's a
it's
certain time frame.
yeah,
It
but
would yeah, it would have to be.
Yeah,
um
I think I
yeah, they
looked it
only
up.
had 106 this year.
Okay. Maybe the lowest in the last 20 or something like that. Last 20 years.
Yeah, it was something like
Hey,
that.
Al Sucks at Mock Drafts is he says Asa Newell at 11. The
No,
Blazers. You don't think so? You think he'll go
no.
before?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Ace.
Um
I'm very high on him for a couple reasons, but yeah. He's 6'11", lefty, shoots,
hey, look.
strong, athletic. No.
Hey Chris, I've been seeing your comments too. I'm gonna address him really quickly. He said James Harden said he was ready to choke when he got on the Clippers. And then he asked if Kawhi will win a title in LA. That would be a no. Um, it's not gonna happen for them.
And
Um,
oh, I'm sorry, and I want to confirm what we were talking about historically. Um, like pre-1990s, the applicants were under 100.
okay,
And
okay.
in 1995, there was only 58 players that were drafted. Let
And
me
then
see.
after that, it shot up.
Yeah, it started to grow in the early 2000s.
Okay,
So yeah,
and the NIL has a lot to do with that.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So last year it was over 400. The year before that it was 280, and in 2021 it was 350.
I think they said it was 10 years. So the
Mm,
lowest in 10 years.
okay. Mm,
Yeah.
mm.
So
I had a dream that Asa Newell went to Chicago a long time ago. So I have to see what number Chicago is. If they're not 11, yeah, you said the Blazers are 11. Nah, they're not gonna get him. They just got what's his name? They got Donovan Klingon last year, so they're not gonna get Asa Newell. Nah. Sorry, y'all. You
No,
know,
it's all good.
I get on this draft rant and start going, man.
Yeah, now you talking about your dreams. Martin had a dream.
Right.
Kendrick had a dream.
Yeah, I had a dream.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a dream, man.
KP had a dream. Nah. You say it takes a real loyal dude to be a Clippers fan. Almost delusional level of hope. Not if you accept what it is. Just be like, hey, they'll win some games and it'll be cool to watch some basketball. Folks used to just go to the Clipper games to see the other teams who would come in town.
Yeah.
But
Oh, damn. And
crazy.
so he said, Portland, damn, he doesn't. Nah, he goes 12. Chicago has a 12 pick. He goes to Chicago.
You think who goes to Chicago?
Asa Newell, he goes to Chicago. I already seen it. I dreamed it, man. He's in Chicago.
Okay. Okay. Oh, you saw? Yeah, I put this one up. You're talking about the at 11, Newell
Yeah,
at 11. Yeah,
yeah,
I had put that one up.
yeah. He goes 12, Chicago. Yeah, I've already dreamed it, man. KP got I got those superpowers, y'all.
He's
Okay.
clear. He's clairvoyant.
Well, shit. So that the other games are the Cleveland and Pacers game is tomorrow, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So
It's solo tomorrow.
um
No, it's not solo.
no, it's the two it's the
OKC as well.
OKC and
OKC
what's
Denver.
yeah.
Yeah.
So who y'all got tomorrow?
In which game?
Both starting the Pacers Cleveland game
Yeah,
first.
man. All the women in Cleveland better get that black tux. Cause I think it's a wrap. It's a funeral tomorrow.
In Cleveland?
Yep.
You think they close it out in Cleveland?
I want to see it. I mean, Donovan Mitchell he got this ankle injury, man. He's got this lingering injury. So if
Huh.
Donovan Mitchell isn't, if he's not 80%, it's over. He can't
Okay.
have a bad game and they have a chance. It can't happen. Ty Jerome has showed us who he is. Like
Yeah.
for people that were high on Ty Jerome, this isn't a really good series to argue that point because he has underperformed. At one point, he was in the running for sixth man of the year. We see why he wasn't sixth man of the year. Just look at this series.
Yeah, my pops was trying to tell me he liked his game. I was just like, okay.
He didn't want to argue.
No.
Somebody's gonna argue.
Just missed that shit. Like, okay, you got it. You got
Yeah.
it. You got
I
it.
was telling him McConnell was better, man. I think he is.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, McConnell
I
is
don't waste no time, man. He gets to
yeah.
it.
Yeah, he's
And
been that way.
He does that mid range.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
He can facilitate, he could score a little bit.
Absolutely.
He's reliable, not really gonna turn the ball over. Like
He gonna bump you and bully you to get his space. Like, man, please, man.
Who you got though, Bong?
I hate Indiana. I can't stand them because they just too boring.
Oh shit!
But I think it's Halliburton's game. I think it's his game. That shit's too unorthodox. It's too unorthodox for me. Yeah, I can't fuck with it.
Hey, you've been consistent on that shit, so I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But I mean, if I had to go one way or the other, I'd assume Indiana closes it out.
Wow. Both of y'all think Cleveland loses at home. Okay.
Is Donovan Mitchell cleared to come back?
He's playing. I mean, his stuff is on Prize Picks. So as of now, it looks like he's playing.
Okay. I know he left the second half of the game with an injury.
Yeah.
What was it though? Did they ever?
His ankle.
Well,
It's his ankle.
okay.
Yeah, you know.
Hey,
After the
I
game,
like how Chris be shooting, man.
yeah.
He said, "Yo, pop should have said, bro, you a Clippers fan? What you know?" All right. Nah, okay. So both of y'all say Cleveland loses at
Yeah.
the crib.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm with Bong though. I gotta know what's going on with Donovan Mitchell before I say Indiana closes. If Mitchell is cool, I think Cleveland could win that one.
Hey,
So
Deal World. We talked about that briefly yesterday or day before yesterday, the Derek Carr situation. So,
Derek Vehicle.
Derek Truck. But yeah, man, I don't know if it's gonna get any better. Y'all got the 26-year-old rookie quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
But I think y'all in a not even a soft rebuild. Y'all in a rebuild.
Oh hell
I
yeah!
think they kept Kamara around for a year or two more just to sell some tickets, be a face of the organization while
Got
they
rid of
go
the
into
car,
this.
kept the Camaro.
Exactly. There
Yeah.
you go. So,
Hey, his BM is a young tender.
oh yep,
Cooper,
yeah,
Tia Cooper. She was with the one who was with Dwight Howard. She played with the Sparks for a hot second.
okay.
Yeah, I think he had a baby with her.
Funny.
Yeah, but Dilworld said we be back in 5 years. Okay.
That sound about right.
Engineers like they're in purgatory. Yes.
A lot of teams in
Right
there.
along. I was about to say right along with a bunch of other motherfuckers.
A lot of teams. A lot of teams in purgatory.
Oh man.
They owners just don't give a fuck because they still making money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The only person that's happy on a losing team is the motherfucker making money.
Right.
But as for a fan that's just a diehard fan and you got to sit through it every year, especially if you somebody that loves to talk shit about your team,
Yeah.
it's a cold world to live in when you're on a sorry ass team.
Oh yeah.
Hey, listen, I don't give a fuck what it is. I'll have motherfuckers as fans of other teams, not even the team the Cowboys playing. But when the Cowboys lose, I see a motherfucking Raiders fan shoot me a bullshit text message on the same day they got beat by 30. It's like y'all niggas don't even care about y'all L's.
Like I see them cowgirls took another L. Like, nigga, wait, hold on.
Hey,
Didn't
I'm
y'all
like,
get smoked?
damn, y'all really care. But
Like, yeah, but we ain't America's team, baby. Like, it'll be
absolutely.
some shit like that. Like, oh, here we go. All right.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
All right. So the last game, and then we get to these to KP's picks. I don't know. I ain't seen Scotty Boy say that in a while, so hopefully we'll see if Scotty Boy's in the building. Who y'all got for this last game, man? The last one for tomorrow. The Nuggets versus the Thunder.
Let me see here.
I'd say the Thunder should win, but are they gonna win? Like the Thunder could have easily swept this series
Or at least be up 3-1.
3-1.
Yeah. I
Easy.
agree. I agree.
They blew game 1 and game 3.
Yeah.
So, you know, OKC should win, but they just seem super immature, don't have a true closer,
Mm-hmm. Which is crazy.
which is crazy that this motherfucker in the biggest moment is shriveling. So that's crazy to me. And Denver just they got some championship DNA. They got a couple dogs over there. They got some people they can trust.
They got to keep the ball out of Aaron Gordon's hands, man.
I didn't feel like Shea,
He ruffling all them papers with them picks on them, y'all.
I didn't feel like Shea shriveled in the last game though. He had 9 points in the fourth quarter. So I think I think he was better. He was terrible in game 3 down the stretch. But in
You're
game
talking
4,
about the last game,
yeah, game 4 he was better.
KP. You didn't
Yeah.
see Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, not even saying SGA. You didn't see him come down the court 3 possessions in a row. He went down. This is sub 2 minutes. So this is crunch time. He went down, did a step back, which we've been saying he hasn't been putting pressure on the defense by going to the basket. He did a step back 3, missed. Then the next possession he came down like he was going to drive to the basket, dribbled off his foot, turnover. The next possession he came down, dribbled the clock all the way down, and then took a bad shot, missed it. Like this is 3 possessions in a row under like a minute 30, somewhere around there. Like that's not what you need in your top MVP candidate closer. Like, what do you mean? I don't care about the 9 points, dog. This is I don't know.
In the last game, he had 3 points combined in the fourth quarter in overtime, and he had 0 technically in overtime. That's really under delivering. But yeah, those are bad moments that you mentioned, and those are bad plays, but he still made plays throughout the fourth quarter.
But it sounds to me like you're just saying he played better than he did the game before. So
He did.
but that don't mean that he's doing what they need him to do.
But he didn't come up short, and he didn't shrink because they still won.
What I'm saying is you expect a player like him, if he is all that you say he is, you expect him to close the game. And that's not what he's doing.
On the other side, I'm just saying both MVPs look whooped. Nikola Jokic in his 27 and 13. He's whooped.
And agreed, but I don't have no excuse for Jokic to say, oh well, this game he did this. No. You expect him to close the show or for Denver too. You expect him to play better. And you would think that Denver would be in a better position. But I'm talking about OKC will have a lead and then they'll let him back in like this. What are you doing? They almost let Denver get back in the spots where they could have taken the last game too.
I thought
that's all I'm saying.
My prediction was that they were going to win before the game started, and unfortunately, Scotty Boy took that bet. Now he's in his car, so my bad, Scotty.
Well, I would say are they in OKC?
They are.
Yeah, I think OKC should win.
I'm going to take Denver.
Okay.
In a close one, I'm going to take Denver. And I'm just
going. Like I said, OKC should win. I'll say that. OKC.
My bad, KP. You were saying that you were going to
win. Oh, no. I was just like, I'm based on my picks. I like looking at my stuff. I have to say Denver because I have more stuff for Denver. So I'm going Denver. I think Denver finds a way to win. I think Jokic still struggles. He's still going to struggle shooting the ball. But a lot
of people are saying that.
Yeah, I still think because of the way that they're playing him, he's playing against 3 guys. You got Hartenstein that starts off on him. He's physical, so he's beating them up, and they're banging inside Pauls. And then you've got Chet Holmgren, who is tall, so he's got long arms, so he's altering Jokic's shot in the way that he's shooting, making him second guess. And then after those two, you bring in Jalen Williams, the other Jalen Williams, and he's
Jay Will, right? Which one is Jay Will?
He's Jay Will.
Okay, he's Jay.
Yeah. So you bring in Jalen Williams, Jay Will, and he comes in there and he's just physical beating them up, like not necessarily trying to score, just I'm gonna wear you down, Jokic. And so essentially you got three guys wearing Jokic down. And and then Jokic has to do so much on the offensive side as well. Like the offensive side and the defensive side. He's got to rebound. He's got to set up the offense. Like it's a lot. And it's unfortunate because it's like some of the time when Jokic is in, they could probably run and get easier looks in transition, but because Jokic is tired and because he's not fast, they have to slow it down for him.
Okay.
So I'm saying all that, and it sounds like I'm talking against my point, but I'm saying all that to say I still think Denver's going to find a way to win.
I wouldn't be surprised if it happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
But the strategy the strategy that Oklahoma City is implementing is great. Just wear him down. We're just gonna we're gonna throw multiple guys in there to beat him up and wear him down. It's smart. And then make Westbrook hit threes, make Christian Brown hit threes. Just don't make Aaron Gordon hit threes because
yeah, keep the ball out
he's
of Aaron
like
Gordon's
Aaron
hands, man.
Jordan.
Yeah.
Turn that 32 into 23.
All right. Well, let's get to this part of the show where you bet your life away and do what you do
Hey,
at
man,
your
come
own
on,
risk. Bong, can you let the people know?
Just a fair disclaimer that the thoughts and views of KP's are his and his alone and do not reflect the thoughts and views of 2Ps in the Bong. Please gamble responsibly. We do not have sponsors.
You know what? We're gonna change the glasses for this, man. We're
Oh,
gonna
he gonna change. And while he's changing the glasses, KP's motto for this, Scotty boy, I don't know if you were
change the glasses.
nestled up in a blanket in that car of yours, but just remember, you can bet your bottom dollar. Just don't bet the ones on top.
Absolutely. And with that being said, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna start with the Indiana Cleveland game. OBT. I ain't even calling him OB Toppin. He's OBT. OBT. Take the over on 1.5 assists. OBT. OBT. Over 5.5 points. Let's go with that OBT on that over. DeAndre Hunter. Over 16 PRA. DeAndre Hunter. They're going to need something out of him tomorrow. TJ McConnell. You know
That was a bogus ejection, by the way.
TJ McConnell. Over 14.5 PRA. Over 14.5. So, yes, we're believing that he's going to get 15. Next, TJ McConnell. Over 2.5 rebounds. He's going to get 2 rebounds in the first half. He may get 2 rebounds in the first quarter. Halliburton. This one's a gamble, y'all. Over 3.5 rebounds. I'm taking it because I believe they're trying to end Cleveland. And in a situation where they're trying to end them, more hustle, go after them rebounds, Halliburton. Jared Allen, over 1.5 assists. Jared Allen, over 1.5 assists. And once again, TJ McConnell, over 6.5 rebounds and assists. He's liable to get you 5 assists. So, he should get you 3 rebounds. 5 assists, 3 rebounds. That's 8 all day, baby. That's for that game. Getting over to the next game. We got Chet, over 1.5 offensive rebounds. Yes, Chet Holmgren. The dude is 790. He better get 2 rebounds. Next, Nikola Jokic, over 1.5 steals. Man, that dude is a thief. I don't know if y'all seen it, but that's one thing he does is he steals well. Aaron Wiggins over 7 points. Aaron Wiggins gets to it. Don't know if y'all been watching, but check him out. Michael Porter over 5.5 rebounds. Shea over 4.5 rebounds. Shea's been rebounding well these past few games. Chet over 8.5 rebounds. He's been doing his thing too. Alex Caruso over 2.5 assists. Russell Westbrook over 20 fantasy points. Aaron Gordon, or should I say Aaron Jordan, over 10 rebounds and assists. I think last game he had 16 rebounds, so he can do that all by himself. And then last but not least, Russell Westbrook over 6.5 rebounds and assists. So we got some action, y'all. We got some action.
All right. Well, y'all see where this shit got Scotty boy if he was going with everything. Reporting live from his car. Our very own insider of some sorts is inside his car. I ain't seen him in here saying nothing lately. So
And
Scotty
engineer
Boy's still around.
and engineer said, "Man, you want us to place all these bets? Look, you can get on Prize Picks, and you can play a 6-man parlay. Man, all you got to do is play $1. Remember, you just play
okay.
$1, man. Gamble responsibly. I'm not telling you to go gamble $100. I'm not telling you to gamble $50. $1 Prize Picks. That's it. Or
Okay.
you can get on DraftKings, or you can get on, there's different websites, but it doesn't take that much.
Okay. He just said, "I'll get into bed and go to sleep."
He
You
said,
can bet on that. Shit.
hey,
Oh shit. Anything else before we get out of here, y'all?
no. Can't wait for football season. No, I say that.
Man, that shit gonna be here before you know it.
Oh, you know it.
You know who
Before you-
they gonna do the Hard Knocks with? Are they doing Hard Knocks again this year?
yeah, but I don't know who.
Okay.
They do it in season
Probably the
now. They do it.
Browns.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
You see all the positive stuff coming out of rookie minicamp.
Mm-hmm.
So they're already saying Shador looking better than my
Gabriel,
boy
Jalen Gabriel.
Gabriel out of Oregon.
Yeah.
But this they ain't installed. Ain't no defense really running at you, and let's see how it is when the live bullets get thrown. But
Mm-hmm.
it's hard to not see Shador having his way at some point. Like
We'll see.
he putting in the work. So
Yep.
either way, man, that's it for
All
me.
right. All right. Well, shit. 2 Peas in the bong, y'all. We out.
Peace.